Angel Gray, Fox Sports Ohio. Coach, just with the news today and everything, I guess the dust settling a bit after trade. Just your thoughts on, the pickup for you with Isaiah, and just any thoughts on just, I know JaVale and you had a good relationship, so anything there?
Yeah, I mean, he, obviously means a lot to us. The spirit he brought, the passion that he played with, how he related to the guys, the leadership that he showed our young guys, the professionalism. He's the consummate pro. Not just the stuff he does on the court, but the way he embraced the fan base, the way he embraced his teammates, was special, and it was unique from a guy coming from, championship runs, to our situation. It was unique that he was able to take that, type of role, and we appreciate it for sure.
I know that Colin Sexton said he was taking a few things out of his leadership book. What are some things that JaVale brought that you're hoping the team really latched onto and pushed forward through as they continue to build leaders?
That winning is the most important and the only thing that matters. In every single play that you make on the floor, how it impacts winning and losing. And obviously, you're not going to win every game, but you can play winning basketball every night. And I think that's something that he brought here with him. I'm hopeful that our guys pick it up and continue that.
Hey, JB, Tom Withers, AP. Post-trade, JB, is there kind of a pressure that's relieved just because of all the kind of the anxiety and the uncertainty that always comes along with it?
Yeah, I think for players, for sure. I think we're very fortunate that we have a bunch of guys that want to be in Cleveland. It's different when you have a bunch of guys who, want to get out or you're unhappy with their teammates, the organization, whatever it may be. It's very difficult for us because our guys want to be here. And, when you're going through that and you're hearing your name in rumors, it's difficult to see the flattery in that. But it means that people want you, you know what I mean? And that you are a valuable player in this league. But at the same time, there's so much that you have to give up when you are traded, that the trade deadline, for 80% of our league is an extremely difficult time. There's a few guys in this league that are untouchable. Other than that, teams will take the best deal. So I understand guys, dealing with the emotion, uprooting your family, uprooting yourself, going somewhere new that you don't know. I'm glad it's over with. We can move forward and, hopefully we can band together knowing that this is the group that we're going to have moving forward. And then we can do some exciting things together.
And along those lines, and this is no knock on Andre whatsoever, but it's been such a unique situation with him. Is it good, JB, that you're reaching a kind of a resolution or a conclusion with his situation?
Yeah, I think it's good for both of us, to be honest with you. It's good for the organization, and it's good for Dre, too. I can't say enough good things about Dre and how he's handled all this, because it wasn't easy. You know what I mean? Like, he's a competitor. He wants to play. He loves his teammates. His teammates loved him. And he could have handled it, and, been a jerk, and had an attitude and not been good with his teammates and, said negative things, but he never did. He handled it, professionally, but more so, like, Dre's a great dude, you know what I mean? And he would never stoop to that. And I think that's one of the things that we need to make sure that we focus on and remember, is like how gracefully he handled an extremely difficult situation. And I think that's the most important thing for us to take from this.
Thank you.
Marla Ridenour, Akron Beacon Journal. Yeah, JB, last night the guys were, like Larry in particular was like how he didn't want this team to be broken up. I mean, is that kind of a special feeling that you guys have, just because of they seem to be pretty bonded?
Yeah, no, this group is a tight-knit group. I look at guy by guy on our roster, and there's not one of them, if I wasn't their coach, I'd be their friend. And I think that's kind of special. And they feel the same way about one another. They really like each other. And I think about that, 10-game losing streak. if they weren't connected, we wouldn't have been able to get out of it the way that we did. And we got out of it and were able to have some success. And then now we're starting to find our stride a little bit with the guys being back in the rotation who were out for so long and those things. So if they didn't have those relationships, that stretch could have been miserable and could have impacted the entire season. But they figured out a way because they cared about one another to stick together and try to figure out a way to improve and turn it around a little bit.
And one more thing about Drummond, are you rooting for him to, he's only been in the playoffs twice, just, for something good to happen in that regard for him?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. There's no reason not to root for him. He deserves it as a person, which is the most important thing. He deserves all the success that he has coming his way. He puts the time in, he works his tail off. Early in the season, when we got to those 10 wins, we wouldn't have had those 10 wins without him. When we were ranked at the top of the league defensively, we wouldn't have been ranked at the top of the league defensively if it wasn't for him. I've got nothing but great things to say about my experience with Dre, and I wish him nothing but the best moving forward.